imagine discovering that there is a type of carbohydrate that can help your body burn fat instead of storing it. It sounds contradictory, because for years we have heard the same message repeated over and over again. If you want to lose weight, you need to cut carbohydrates. Bread, rice, potatoes, pasta. All of these foods have been placed in the same category of diet villains. But the science of nutrition has evolved a lot in recent years, and today we know that this idea is far too simplistic. In fact, certain specific types of carbohydrates can help the metabolism function better and may even make the fat loss process easier. And understanding this can completely change the way you organize your daily meals. Maybe you have already been through this situation. You decide to start a diet, and the first thing you do is eliminate all carbohydrates. In the first few days, it even seems to work. You lose a little weight and feel motivated. But soon some side effects begin to appear. Your energy levels drop, hunger becomes more frequent, cravings for sweets increase, and maintaining the diet starts to feel harder and harder. Many people end up giving up at this point, believing the problem is a lack of discipline. But in reality, the issue is often the dietary strategy itself. The truth is that not all carbohydrates behave the same way inside the body. Some carbohydrates are digested very quickly, causing a rapid rise in blood sugar. This process leads to spikes in glucose and insulin, and when this happens frequently, the body tends to store more energy as fat. That is why highly refined foods, such as white flour products and ultra-processed foods, are often associated with weight gain. However, there is another group of carbohydrates that works very differently. These carbohydrates are rich in fiber or contain something called resistant starch. Instead of being digested quickly, they move more slowly through the digestive system. And this completely changes the body's metabolic response. When a carbohydrate is digested slowly, glucose enters the bloodstream gradually. This helps prevent sharp spikes in blood sugar and keeps energy levels more stable throughout the day. In addition, this slower digestion increases the feeling of fullness, which naturally helps reduce excessive calorie intake. Fiber plays an essential role in this process. It forms a type of gel inside the digestive tract, slowing down the absorption of nutrients. This not only helps control blood sugar levels, but it also contributes to a longer-lasting feeling of fullness. For people trying to lose weight, this effect can be extremely valuable because it reduces the constant hunger that many diets tend to create. Fiber also provides another important benefit. It feeds the beneficial bacteria that live in the gut. Today we know that the gut microbiota plays a fundamental role in metabolism, appetite regulation, and even body weight control. When these bacteria receive the right nutrients, they produce substances that help the body use energy more efficiently. This is where a very interesting concept called resistant starch comes into play. As the name suggests, this type of starch resists digestion in the small intestine and reaches the large intestine almost intact. There, it becomes food for beneficial gut bacteria. During this fermentation process, the intestine produces compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These substances have been associated with several metabolic benefits, including improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, and a greater ability for the body to use fat as a source of energy. This means that certain carbohydrates can actually help the body function in a more balanced way. Instead of creating blood sugar spikes and promoting fat storage, they help stabilize metabolism. Now the most important question arises: which foods provide these kinds of benefits? One of the most well-known examples is oats. This food is rich in soluble fibers called beta-glucans. These fibers help slow digestion and contribute to a prolonged feeling of fullness. Oats are also extremely versatile and can easily be included in breakfast or snacks throughout the day. Another interesting example is green bananas. Unlike ripe bananas, they contain a significant amount of resistant starch. For this reason, many people use green banana flour in smoothies, yogurt, or various recipes. Legumes also deserve special attention. Foods like beans, lentils, and chickpeas are rich in fiber and are digested more slowly. In addition to providing high-quality carbohydrates, they also offer plant protein and a wide range of micronutrients. There is also a fascinating detail that many people don't know. When certain starchy foods are cooked and then cooled, part of their starch transforms into resistant starch. This happens with foods like potatoes and rice. When you cook a potato and allow it to cool before eating it, the structure of the starch changes. This process, called starch retrogradation, increases the amount of resistant starch in the food. This means that the same potato can have a different metabolic impact depending on how it is prepared. The same thing happens with rice. Cooked rice that has been cooled may contain more resistant starch than freshly prepared rice. This does not necessarily mean you must eat these foods cold, but it shows how small preparation changes can influence how the body responds to food. Now that you know some of these strategic carbohydrates, the next question is how to include them in your daily routine in a practical way. For breakfast, for example, a good option could be combining oats with natural yogurt and some seeds. This combination provides fiber, protein, and healthy fats, creating a balanced meal that helps maintain fullness for longer. At lunch, including a moderate portion of brown rice along with vegetables and a source of protein can help keep energy levels stable throughout the afternoon. For snacks, fruits combined with a source of protein or healthy fat can help prevent sudden hunger spikes. The main idea is not to eliminate carbohydrates from your diet, but to learn how to choose the ones that work in favor of your metabolism. One of the most common mistakes many people make is going to extremes. Some diets promote the complete elimination of carbohydrates, while others end up encouraging excessive consumption of refined and ultra-processed versions. Neither extreme tends to be sustainable in the long run. The human metabolism functions best when it receives a balanced variety of nutrients. And carbohydrates, when chosen wisely, can be part of that strategy. When you prioritize foods rich in fiber and resistant starch, the body tends to respond in a more balanced way. Digestion becomes slower, satiety increases, and energy levels remain more stable throughout the day. Over time, this can help reduce episodes of excessive hunger, improve blood sugar control, and make the fat loss process easier. So perhaps the most important lesson here is this. The secret is not to run away from carbohydrates, but to understand which types truly benefit your body. Instead of seeing this group of foods as the enemy, you can start using them strategically. Small daily choices can make a big difference in how your metabolism works. And now I would like to hear from you. Which of these carbohydrates do you already include in your routine? Oats, brown rice, beans, bananas, or maybe another one? Share it in the comments, because your experience may help other people who are looking for more balanced ways to improve their nutrition and health.